I'm on cloud nine.
Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat! Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
That's right. Back again. Always super loud at the beginning. Got to wake everybody up Saturday afternoon. It's usually second round of coffee time where I'm from. But you know how we do, sleaze. Seth Rollins juice. That's right. So I can handle all you people out here. It's the only way I can do it. They caused me to do it, sleaze. Not my fault.
Mine is black tar heroin.
What's going on to everybody in the chat? Of course, Paladin in the house. Megastar, Philly Sports Sprott, whatever. I got words. You know, Coach is here. Everybody's here. The whole world's here. The sleaze is here. Expert analyst. I got to get this right.
Yeah. Which fucking way am I going? That way. It's the opposite.
I'm always getting, scared by Jason. And I look the other way. Sasha Reigns in the house. All right. First of all, we got to show off our shirts. So everybody in the podcast crowd, take a break for a second or whatever, because we're going to do things for the streaming audience every Saturday at 3 p.m. Firstly, show them your Moxley shirt.
There it is, right here. Look at that. Look at that Moxley shirt.
Brand new.
IEW sucks.
What? I wasn't even looking for that.
Let's talk about it.
I wasn't looking for you either. I'm looking for this.
The best.
Nope. We did it.
There it is.
So he's got a new shirt. I got a new shirt. Look at this. I'm just going to let it ride on everybody. This ha-has.
Look at that. L.A. Knight. Yeah.
It's the same thing on the other side, too. It is an obnoxious T-shirt. And I know I told everybody last week to not wear wrestling T-shirts out there. Well, don't do that unless they're this one. When you got a handsome guy in your shirt like this, or John Moxley over there, then you can. You'll pick up all the chicks at the supermarkets and wherever else you go. Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it, kids.
That's right. So much pride around here. That's pride, sir. Oh, that's right. I'm so good on the mic, I can't even say Philly sports pride. Mm-hmm. Sasha Reigns. We're talking to the chat today. I don't understand these other shows, sleaze. They can't talk to the chat at all, really. It's weird. Like they're so involved with their boring chats that they got going on.
Yeah.
That when people are typing away and being like, hey, what's up and what's going on and saying something about this and that, you know, they just completely ignore it. I see everybody out here, and that's why you should be subscribing on YouTube and comment.
I'm talking directly to the chat, and I'm chatting on the chat. You know, because we care about our fans.
That's right. And the sleazes learned long ago, you never talk to the chat during the show. Like, that's not what the guests do. That nobody that comes on here, I talk to the chat, and I'll keep up with it if I want, because it will fuck me up if people come to, you know, back in the day, sleaze, and everybody I brought on, they'd be like, they're on the show, and they're looking at their phones.
No, it's crazy.
And they're looking at the chat, and they're talking to the chat, and I'm like, what are you talking? You talking to me? And they're like, oh, no, I'm talking to such and such. I'm like, you're on the show right now.
Or they're eating sandwiches. They're fucking paying their bills.
Yeah, the making of the sandwiches is even worse than the eating. Apparently, eating on a podcast and doing all that is super over now. I was watching a clip this week of, not even on YouTube. It was, what was it, Monday Night Raw or something? You know, they're all announcing, oh, we got Logan Paul, and Logan Paul's cool, and he's a part of our podcast network. And we know he's the shits. We know he's been the shits for a long-ass time, especially with that podcast. Have you ever heard it, Sleaze?
I have. It's terrible.
Stinks. Oh, my audio's popping. It's probably going to pop a lot because I think I need new cords.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I'm getting word from the truck.
Yep.
You're a little crackly.
Happened last show too. Hey, there's other guys that are monetized out here doing this. Their shit crackles and snap crackle pop for months. Months. Nothing. They don't care. They don't even bring it up. So
yeah, I'm being told you're big time static.
Big time static. Awesome. Great.
Fuck around with the cord. See what happens.
Test.
I mean, you sound good to me. I don't know what.
Sound good to me too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm roboting. It just popped in roboting. Here, let me this restream is. How about now?
Oh. Let me hear from the truck.
Oh, right.
Hold on.
Let's do it right in the middle of the show, everybody.
I'm being told it's a little better.
Now we're getting spams in the chat from Kick. Oh man, this is the best show ever.
What the fuck is this? Tired of streaming to zero? Blow me.
Test.
Let me hear from the truck.
I sound pretty good. Yeah, let's do it right in the middle of the show. I don't know. I sound good.
Let's go with it.
I think they're trolling me in the chat. Are you guys trolling me? I'm not stuttering, John. Don't tell me my sound's bad when it's amazing.
I'm being told it's better now.
Of course it is.
Good.
Oh.
We'll upgrade you soon. Not easy. Hey, it wouldn't be the show without fuck-ups.
Yeah. Well, I've been hating life for the past month anyway. And I'm like, oh, next week will be better. It just keeps getting worse. Every week gets worse. I've noticed. Like, what's the point? It doesn't even matter. I don't even understand why I get upset with these things.
Yeah.
Like, because it doesn't even fucking matter. I'm looking at numbers and things, and they're all fucked up, sleaze. The TikTok threw me off again for no reason. I get no appeal. They don't even alert me to let me know they suspended me. I had to find out through Restream.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, fuck these people. Hold on. I got to block people. Get out of here. You get out. You get
Jesus.
out. These are bots.
Yeah.
Everybody else, all the megastars, you're fine out there. Retweet and share this all over, right? Best in the world. But
There's only one bot that can come on the chat. One.
Mhm.
That's it. The other ones can't. You're uninvited.
It's just annoying, all this stuff. I think we need to pivot into like doing something else. These wrestling people out here, these kids these days, I think the audience has gotten a lot younger ever since the Koof days.
Right.
And what that has done now. And also with just the way everything's gone. Everybody's got their own shit going on, sleaze. Like when we were a big fish in a small pond. Now we're a small fish in a pond of a billion other small fish. And trying to put this stuff over and seeing the numbers on the YouTube. I know it hasn't been that long, but we came back late November of last year.
Right.
Things should be happening by now. I'm not very patient. I'm used to things working in my life. And when things don't work, I'm like, well, it must be something I'm doing, right? But the thing is, all these platforms out here are just like, they're not helping like they used to.
No.
And I
not at all.
Some of them.
Yeah. And it's weird because we started, 10 years ago. And like you said, we were big fish in a small pond. Podcasting has only been around for maybe 20 years at this point, less than that. Like, I think it was Mark Maron was on Conan O'Brien. He said that he was one of the first ones that did it. And this was back 16 years ago. Yeah, it was a lot easier. And
then the live streaming came like 10 years after that.
Yeah.
So we kind of, people know the show from the Periscope days and talk to me about it in all kinds of random chats all over YouTube. But then, we have 204 subscribers at the moment. Like what? For over 10 years or however long we've been around. And then there'll be some channels out here that I look at. I've been trying to like research a little bit, like, how are these big channels doing this? So say some, young girl does like random, I don't even know what she was talking about, something random. And it's just little 5-minute videos, these souped up thumbnails. And that's really it. She made like 50 videos. She's got like 100,000 subscribers. And I'm just like, how the fuck? How?
I don't know. I wish we could figure out that whole thing, but it's mind-blowing. A lot of the entertainment is dumbed down, and I guess we're too smart. That's the only thing I can think of, is that people come on and they're like, I don't understand what they're saying because they're way too much of geniuses.
Yep, we're too smart. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's true, Reezy. Channels do buy a lot of subscribers, but then there's a bunch out there that don't. They can't all be buying them, right? Yeah.
You would think.
And also that's supposed to hurt you with the algorithm if you do that stuff.
Yeah.
When you have fake numbers and things, then they don't show you to anybody. But all this stuff is being recommended to me. Like it's the greatest content ever. And then I'll ask AI and talk about it with AI, and it's always like, well, just make better content. And I'm like, well, what's better content? And it's like, oh, make 10-second bam bam viral vids. I'm like, what is that? And I looked it up. It's that old Bum Bum song. The Jamaican reggae song from like the 90s.
God.
And I'm like, that's viral now. And now I have to make a 10-second clip of this to be relevant. I can't just do this show and have people come in and see what I'm doing and share it about. It's just weird. Before we grew organically. Now it's just the complete shits.
It's the shits.
I don't know what to do. I can't even pay them and have them do things for me.
I was asked recently they had a challenge, I think it was on TikTok, to watch a video and try not to laugh through the whole thing. And the video, amazingly, was 120 minutes long. I didn't watch the whole thing because if I did, I wouldn't be here because I committed suicide. It was so easy for me. Right. It was so easy for me to watch this video and not laugh. And this is the product that a lot of people are putting out. It's unfunny. It's poorly edited. It's just, I don't get it. Like, why there were 2 segments that I almost laughed. And it was animals, because animals are funny. You know what I mean? But everything else, like, it was horribly, painfully not funny. I don't get it.
I'm just, I'm not wasting my time with doing shorts and clips and all this stuff. I do a clip, it gets like 20 views. I do a short, it gets like 400, 500 at most.
Right.
And I'm thinking, so I look into the numbers again, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna need, what was it, 1,000 subscribers? Okay, seems reasonable, but over 10 years, we're at 205. And then we got, you need 50 mil. It was a crazy number, like 1 million views, over 1 million views for shorts. And I'm like, that's not happening either. So, okay.
No.
We're not doing that anymore. I'm not playing any of these games. Apparently doing just live streams like we're doing has always been bad because they want retention minutes and hours, and people like 10-second clips these days. So they're going to pop in and out, which hurts the algorithm time, which then they don't show it to people more. I'm telling people how all this operation works. I get it. I'm just saying, wow, this sucks. And this is not how it should be. That's it.
There's got to be a time that people realize that this stuff isn't funny, and it maybe will just reverse into something. Like there's a thing going on right now where like a lot of young people are getting into like our stuff, like cassettes, CDs. They want physical copies of things. We talked about this. I'm hoping that people are realizing, wow, like a lot of stuff before was way funnier. Maybe things like, I don't know, Happy Gilmore 2 coming out recently, or even like I've heard people talk about the Superman movie being like, wow, this is refreshing because it's a feel-good movie and it's not, doom and gloom and so serious. And hopefully people are reverting to good entertainment because it's been bad. It's been really bad, and it's taken over the good content like shows like this and other ones that are not getting the attention they should.
Yep.
And
these AI vids and everything else, supposedly YouTube's been fighting back against it and going to stop all this, but I'll believe it when I see it. I'm just in social media alone, these baby videos, I'm done with it. Get those out of my face. Get the Sasquatch videos out of my face. So hack, so stupid.
The first like 2 Sasquatch videos I saw, I'm like, wow, that's pretty impressive. It was funny. Now there's one every fucking 3 hours. Yep. And it's like, okay, we've beat the fucking horse to death, But people are still like, oh my God, that's as funny as the 1,000 other ones that weren't that funny before.
The future sucks so bad. It really does. And then there's some little glimmers of light. Like, I'm not even a big Shane Gillis fan, but I like comedy. And that ESPY Awards, did you see that monologue?
Oh yeah, he's hilarious. He is a breath of fresh air in this.
What made it so? It was a good set. I wouldn't say it's like this wow, amazing set that he was doing, but the audience made it amazing because there's a bunch of stuck up, rich athletes, and we all know the modern day athletes are a bunch of bitches.
Yep.
Generally speaking, they are. I mean, they're like Carl Anthony Towns over here. You go, girl, and all this, and they do not like being made fun of. One of the greatest was Peyton Manning at an old ESPYs is up there and goofed on Kevin Durant, and he just sat there stone faced. It was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
a joke, and he's
yeah, it made it good.
So, but the best joke of the night was definitely when he brought up the WNBA player that was his friend's wife, and he's like, I knew you guys didn't know any of these WNBA players. That's amazing. Like,
he's one of those few that get it. You know what I mean? Like he just gets it. He gets the timing and the comedy and what's going to be funny. So yeah.
So he destroyed those nerds. I can't believe athletes are nerds now. The old timers, back in the day when they were younger, would have loved all this stuff. They would have ate.
Oh yeah,
they were never
big time
stuff like this.
Yep, and it's a lot of those old timers are gone.
Movies and TV was so much better back in the day. It was.
Fuck yeah,
it was. Everything was better. Everything, You actually had styles back in the day. There's no more styles. That shit's over with. Everything's just a clump of nonsense from the internet. Because that's what the internet's turned everything into.
And everyone's just looking the same. You know, it's
Not me.
well, no, nobody's wearing John Moxley T-shirts
Hold on.
with his mask.
Entertain the crowd.
Hi, kids. My name is the Sleaze. Welcome to the show. We're having fun.
Here we
I
go.
don't know what he's doing over there.
My headphone came out.
Oh, Jesus. We need to upgrade you. You need the helicopter fucking setup that me and Danny have.
Helicopter.
Yeah. With the fucking headphone, with the mic, noise canceling. It's got its own program to make you beautifully sounding. No
God.
popping. Yeah.
Entertainment is now quantity over quality. Absolutely.
Yep.
How many of them are bringing you live shows that are this badass?
Yeah.
Yep. The unpredictable badasses over here.
Very.
So
especially with the technology.
I'm thinking people are bored of wrestling. That's what I'm picking. That's the sense. I know it's like bigger than ever and there's more of it than ever, but I think that nobody really cares about people talking about it anymore. That's what I think.
Maybe. I mean, there is still a ton of wrestling podcasts, and they're just as bad as they were years ago when we started. So, and people are fucking flocking to those pieces of dog shit. So I don't understand it.
We gotta buy viewers. I think that's what it is.
Right. Buy viewers, get burner accounts, do everything that everybody else is doing.
We'll
I'll
block
go-
everybody.
Yep. I'll say a joke, and before the punchline, the video will shut off. Like that's a lot of comedy on TikTok now. It's right when the punchline is happening, they cut the video off and go to something else that's unfunny.
Yeah.
And these people are like, that's hilarious. What are you talking about?
Here, let's talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
It's something I need to address here. If anybody's seen this, but I posted this little great meme, great joke. So Jim Ross suffered a bad hotel fall. Hopefully you're doing well, Jim Ross.
Absolutely.
Prayers always for Jim Ross. So what did I write? I wrote,
oh God,
there goes JR making it all about himself again. Hashtag woo. Right? Get it?
That's funny.
Yeah, all the wrestling people remember that story a few weeks ago where Ric Flair was like, oh, this guy's making everything about himself, whatever. You know, when he was talking about like his cancer scares. And so then, of course, Paladin, he gets it.
Yep.
And this guy, he writes, when I'm not even going to speak his name.
Oh,
the podcast audience doesn't need, all 5 of you in the podcast audience don't need to know this guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, too much of a pussy to tag Rick? Jobless loser? What? Who? And then I'm like, who are you? So I'm like, okay, I'm a pussy. Let's see. Like I'm scared of Ric Flair or this guy, Mama. He's gonna freaking dork. So look, this is him.
That's him. That's him calling you a pussy.
Look at him.
Obviously, I got to start with the classics.
So he clearly wants to be Dr. Huge or the sleaze with the hat and the glasses,
Oh,
right?
fuck this
And
guy.
then I'm like, let's do some investigating on who this person is. And somebody writes, sound like you 100% bitch made.
Wow.
And somebody else wrote to him, 0 likes in 3 months, buddy. You're very, very bad at this. And then he writes, why does your voice sound like a Tucker Carlson? Exactly. AI
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson. Yep. He does. He's a complete nerd. So.
Those are the scumbags that always have something negative to say and act tough behind a freaking keyboard or phone. That's, we were speaking before the show, and I have seen these kind of accounts. I did the same thing you're doing right now. You go into it and you're like, wow, this guy's a fucking loser.
And then you start to find news a lot too. Ace is a pussy and blocked me. All the Spider-Man bitches bitch while wanting to ride TK. Unblock me, fuckhead.
Oh.
Wow,
Why?
He's so fucking tough.
He's scary tough. I think I peed a
Easy.
little during that last one.
So
Look
yeah,
at this.
when you go through it, it's just like over and over and over of horrible video after horrible video, and nobody really giving a fuck, which made me feel a little better because I'm like, nobody gives a fuck about this.
Right.
So stop coughing over there. Shut up. Trying to do a show. Jesus Christ, are you at an old home? Trying to make fun of this guy. Yeah, and in one of these things, he has one video. I'm not even going to look for it. Who gives a shit, right?
Fuck this guy.
He's trying so hard. So I see you out there. I'm not going to block you. I'm going to keep you around a little bit. I'm sure you're going to give us some laughs. So, yep. We're not afraid of Ric Flair. Definitely not afraid of you and your herp lip. So,
Jesus.
There you have it. Tough guy of the week, folks. Congratulations, douche. I see everything, everybody.
I love interacting with those fucking people. I love it. I don't get enough of it. You do, obviously, because you're who you are and stuff like that. But, God, come after me, you fucks.
Come and get me.
Come and get me.
I mean, you want this? You want all this castle, right?
Fucking bring it.
You want this awesome life that I've been hating for the past month? You want it? Come get it.
You jobless loser.
Yeah. Yep.
Fucking. And then he looks like that. Get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we'll give him the hot dog. Plenty of them.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right in his A.
I mean, that's not like me being mean to anybody. It's just I see a picture with somebody's mouth wide open. It's generally in wrestling. That's my thing. That's what I've been doing since day one was ish. It's kind of it's more like branding. So
right, there's a fucking hot dog on your logo. I mean, that's your thing.
I know they must get some of these wrestlers get offended by it. Oh, what does that mean? Is that a dick? I don't know if that's what you think.
Right, you got a problem. You look hungry, and the show is trying to feed you and help you out.
Mm-hmm.
You perverts.
Just trying to give you some sustenance.
Right, you look famished, and the doctor, being a doctor, is trying to help you out with your health.
Oh, yes, Reezy, again. Speaking of merch, more things to complain about. This Teespring. I brought him to the Better Business Bureau this week, Sleaze.
Jesus.
I took him there. I filed a report, and if anybody wants proof of it, I got it. Because I did. I spent my time doing it, because fuck Teespring. Give people the merch that they bought from me in my store, and then give me my money. And we're done. That's how this is supposed to work. Why am I having to stress over this and be looking like a stupid idiot out here in front of the millions and millions?
And millions.
And that's not going to work for me. That doesn't work for me, brother. So, yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point of the thing is you go through them and you say, hey, I want to sell my merchandise. And they go, oh, okay, so we're a website that we do that, and we'll ship it out and then give you money. I mean, it's pretty simple.
I got a cup over here, but now I'm waiting on like 5 shirts. And I ordered these in April.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
It's like, where are the shirts? It's just crazy.
And you're not the only one, obviously. That's got to be happening to thousands of people. It's not a small company, so.
And it doesn't mean that some of you out here aren't going to get your stuff. I heard of people getting it 6 months later, 8 months later. So you'll probably get it just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, that's bad business. Good thing you reported them. Fuck them.
Yep. And my reports were basically just like the end goal, because they ask you about all this stuff. And I'm just like, I just want them to finish the job and give me what I'm owed. Finish the job and give me what I'm owed. I mean, that's as easy as it gets.
In the words of the wise Batista, give him what he wants.
Mm-hmm. Is it still not there, Reezy?
Unfucking believable.
Mac Diesel said they're like, well, tell everybody to contact us. I'm like, oh, that's what everybody wants to do. Everybody just wants to sit online and talk to a help desk that doesn't help. So Mac Diesel went and talked about it, and they're just basically like, yeah, sorry about it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that really makes people want to buy from you again if they have to call the company and say, where's my shit?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
I'm talking about this every single time I'm live. Fuck Teespring. I'm going to do it every single. I don't care if it's $100. I don't care if it's a handful of people or 10 people or whatever. and you think that, oh, whatever, they'll just forget about it. I'm not going to forget about it.
Hashtag fuck Teespring.
Everybody must know you're a scam and must know that you're at worst, or at best, dragging your feet. So, yep. That's the story on that, folks, right? Just more awesome times over here at the Dr. Huge Show. Just having great times. Every aspect of Dr. Huge's life just going amazing. Living the dream.
You live in the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yep. So how about this? Maybe this will cheer us up. We caught some people this week, folks. Did you see at the Coldplay concert? Many people, but we caught even more people. Everybody's at the Coldplay concert, snuggling up to their people. Here's one. Look at this. Paige and Lita. They got caught again. Man, Beth Phoenix is gonna be pissed.
Very pissed. Yes. Wow.
Matt Hardy's gonna be pissed all over again, even though he's got a whole family and stuff. Yep. And whoever Lita's dating right now or hooking up with, also going to be upset.
And it must be going good between him and Lita, because all of a sudden his hair is great again. His wrinkles went away. He looks great.
Mm-hmm. Man, what a cute couple. Love it.
Yeah, it's loving.
Mm-hmm. Here's another one. We caught these guys at the Coldplay concert as well. Look, it's Goldberg and Bret Hart.
That's the shits.
What? This was all the work, Sleaze. They were really together this whole time.
This was my favorite one so far. This is one where when it popped up, I lost my shit, and I just stared at it for 10 minutes.
Goldberg is the man, too, of course. Yep. Wow, another great couple. We love to see you guys getting together at the Coldplay concert. It brings all the people together.
I can't stop laughing at it.
Even this, look, it brings so many people together. Even there's black people at Coldplay. Sleaze, look at this. Paige and Xavier Woods, and I believe that was Paige's one of her old boyfriends, but he's back in the scene, it looks like.
He was the one filming. What was his name? I forget it. Paige looks like she's getting something right now in that picture.
This is right before they figured it out. Like, oh no, we're on the screen.
They're both wearing blue shirts to match. This is a cute picture.
Oh yes.
Oh fuck, that's making me cry.
You guys remember this, folks? Xavier Woods. I just remember seeing a sideways view of Xavier Woods hitting Paige, what was it? Cowboy style. Cowboy style. Doing cowboy shit in lingerie. I remember that too. And dude was off to the side. The other guy just,
Oh, it was Maddox.
And
Philly Sports Pride. It was Maddox. That's who it was.
Ah, that's right.
He had that camera there was one video where there was two cameras, and he had that camera right in the grundle. Just right up in there.
Oh, yes. This is one of our favorites now. Goldberg and Bret Hart. You guys fooled us for so long. Bret Hart even came out and said that he was the one that pulled the plug on the Goldberg speech, his last match. At least said he would love to have done it.
Did you hear somebody interviewed him and he said, "Oh, did you see they cut off his speech?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It wasn't soon enough." He said, "I would have cut it off right when his music hit in the beginning." Bret Hart is a treasure.
Yep, he holds a grudge, that guy. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, he kicked his head into it like an aneurysm. I mean, I would too.
Could you imagine Bret Hart trying to deal with John Moxley the 13th?
God, no. I've never heard him talk about Moxley, and I'd love to hear his opinion. There you go. That's he is. True.
I don't think I've heard him talk about him either.
No.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear his opinions on Moxley.
We haven't talked any AEW since before or during All In last week. You know, all the hype behind it. Edge came back and saved Christian. You know, Mox. This is what happened to Mox at the end. Did you see this, Sleaze? I'm sure you did, since this is your video. But did you see at the end of All In, everybody?
It was amazing.
13th. He's not coming back for a couple more parts, I think.
Not after this.
Yep, finished him. That's how he got finished.
Yep. That was a great ending.
Come get us, YouTube. Bring it. Just bring it.
Yeah.
Give a fuck.
That was an amazing end to that match. Amazing.
So, yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. All of a sudden, all these AEW fans just did a 180. They're like, oh, that was our greatest match ever and the best thing in the world. And it's like, didn't you hate Jon Moxley for like the past couple of years? Like it feels like he hasn't been over in quite some time.
No. And they've been like, fuck the Death Riders. He's bringing down fucking this and that. And yeah, and then all of a sudden it's a Meltzer 5+5 star bullshit match.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I'm not buying it.
No,
it was cool. I mean, I don't really need to see the slow motion puncturing of the fork into Moxley's head where the blood squirts out and things. Like, that's disgusting. I don't need that. I don't mind the violence and stuff of a lot of the pro wrestling they do over there. But yeah, that's just, you're going above and beyond AEW when you're posting things like that on my social media.
Yeah, it's just too far. Like, is that what you like? If that's what you like, then you really don't like wrestling. You know, and I'm all about, like, ladders matches, Hell in a Cell, and all that. But when you go too far, I even believe, like, you know, Mick Foley getting thrown down and his tooth goes in his fucking nose. Like, that's ridiculous. I don't need that. I like violence. I like the fact that Cody and Cena are going to have a street fight. They don't need to stab each other in the fucking jugular and get blood squirting out. Come on, you guys are sick.
That's good shit.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Like some, you know, fighting and, you know, barbarianisms is fine. I don't mind it. It's just the stuff where we know where they're letting them do this stuff to each other. So when you got a guy and you're just poking holes in his head to make him bleed over and over, and you see it spraying out and all, it's just, the visual it doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense. And because then it pulls me out of it in a totally different way than if it was just the shits and he's giving him like these bad punches on his head, because it makes me go, he's letting him do this?
Yeah, right. Because that's what you think the whole time is like, he's letting him do this. And Moxley is an idiot. Moxley is a fucking idiot. He's one of the dumbest minds I've ever seen in wrestling. And the fact that Tony Khan lets him just run with it, and some of the other people like Hangnail Page just run with it and say, that's cool. That's a cool spot. That I should take a foreign object and stab you in the forehead until blood is squirting out.
Yep.
It's a dumb mindset.
Well, this happens, so we're not going to see him for a while.
Tapped
so
out.
Scary.
So you had to tap out. When you're getting one of those engines, you know, cutting your neck like that, you got to tap out.
Crystal Lake is going to be safe for the summer, kids.
Yeah, that's good. You guys can go swimming and do your hijinks and have premarital sex and pot.
You don't have to worry about Mongolians coming out of the water and pulling you in the depths of hell. Yeah, I got to say it like that. I don't know what I can say anymore.
Who knows?
I'm making up words.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
It is.
We found the real clip of the match. Of course, that's not what everybody else saw on their TVs, but that was live.
I can't believe they edited, you know, the most important parts out. So
the The shaking of the limbs is my favorite part.
Yeah.
How about this guy? He came back, Sleaze.
Fantastic. I don't know what OTC 1 is. I don't care.
Was he a robot?
Version 1?
Maybe.
I get it. Sure.
There'll be a Black Mirror episode where they're like, that's not even the real Roman Reigns. That's OTC 1. He's a robot from the future.
Yeah.
I want the OTC 1000.
That's what I want. I want him just to be a liquid under the ring and then form into the tribal chief.
Mm-hmm. Then you won't have to run away all the time, because that's the word I'm getting is as soon as SummerSlam comes around, he's leaving again.
Well, it's probably the case. I mean, but it's still, every time he comes back, it's great. You know what I mean? And then he has a great match, and yeah, he goes off. It's his contract.
You gonna buy this tribal chief belt?
No, it's a terrible belt.
It's so expensive too.
Oh yeah, it's like $500-$600. Gross.
People out here that are buying this stuff, you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they say, oh my God, I can't believe the ticket prices are so high. How can anybody afford it? You know how many people buy these things and they don't care? And they'll sit there and pay $200 to be close to the ring. And that's the reality of now.
$40,000 pretty much like on average for front rows at PLEs like SummerSlam.
I was just looking at the most recent UFC that's coming up. They always have the seats and they at the bottom it says the cheapest ticket. I think the cheapest ticket was $264. People are going to UFC all the time. You know what I mean?
To watch a video screen too, because they're not even looking at. You can't see anything when you look down and you're that far away. So you're watching the video screen. You might as well watch the video screen from your house.
Yeah. Watch it on TV. That's what me and the doc do. We don't go to these things.
No way.
Nope. I could sit there and be totally naked, eating popcorn, and watch SummerSlam in AC.
Mm-hmm. He tried it live, and they were like, no, they kicked him out.
No. I don't know why. I was just being comfortable.
Yep, naked, butter all over him.
Right. Apparently that's wrong.
Mm-hmm. He's just wiping the popcorn on him.
Yep. It was all getting caught in my chest hair, and I'm just...
Don't call him the sleaze for nothing.
Right.
Everybody.
That's how I roll.
Then they threw him up because he started too many chants. It wasn't even that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Even LA Knight was there that night.
No
He was
pants.
looking at you.
Because he saw me in the crowd, but matter of fact, I was totally nude and I stood up saying LA Knight and all that shit, and that was him.
Where's my Yaz? I got him around here. Hold on, everybody. Here, we're gonna look for the Yaz.
Woo!
No.
Just shut up for a while. How about that?
Okay, I'm doing that.
The best.
No, we gotta stop you.
If you actually think
It's Hogan.
I'm just the right guy.
There it is. Why are you so quiet?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. That's right.
Yep.
We got more than just Yeats, folks. We got Yeats and Yaz.
Yeet.
Yeah.
Classic. We're going to be using the or the Yeet just as long as the what.
What? Yeet.
I think
the what?
That's going to be around forever.
Yeah, the what's been around for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was our first, wasn't it? When we were going through all these clips, that was like one of the first, if not the first.
The what I believe was the first, and right behind it are the Rollins laughs. But we had 9 of them before, and now we're down to just 4. There's just too many of them after a while. I need more room for, stuff like this button.
Frost your hair. Do something like that.
Right. When I need that.
Yeah.
Chance. Yep. All right.
There we go.
Anyway, let's get back into some notes here.
Look at this guy.
I'm just going to rapid fire through things. We'll, stick to things that we want to talk about. Priest, for example, he's taken on Aleister Black. He's now feuding with him. There's something going on there finally. Carmelo Hayes is involved in that. I like it. Do you have anything to say about this, Sleaze? I mean, what are we gonna say? But it's pretty good.
I like it for both of them because both of them, Aleister Black has gotten, I guess, more eyes and more opportunities since he's been back recently, and they need to freshen up Damian. That's the biggest thing. I like his in-ring stuff and all that, but I don't know what kind of character he's like playing. And I heard him on Cody Rhodes' podcast, and he's actually a fun guy. He seems like a real fun guy. I don't know why they're not leaning into his like real personality. Like from what I got, like he's the life of the party. Do that with him. Let him be his own thing. Instead of this weird Undertaker, quiet, I'm a tough guy, Muay Thai, whatever bullshit they're doing.
Yeah, the whole rock star thing going in NXT, and that made all the sense in the world, and then they quickly got away from it and just became like a leader of the Judgment Day. But yeah. Got to do something with this Priest. And getting beat up by Aleister Black doesn't look good, but now he's kind of in the mid-card scene of SmackDown, which everybody wanted him to keep getting demoted. Well, he is.
He is, and I'm fine with it, especially if he's going against Aleister Black. You know, I think that's going to be a pretty good match. And it's going to be good for the both of them if they do it right. And that's always the thing, if they do it right.
So you let me know the other night. Is this a one-time thing? TNA was live on YouTube. How did I not know about this?
I don't know because I sent it to my girl and I said, hey, because she loves Joe Hendry. I said, hey, Impact was on YouTube. I said, you watch your boyfriend on there and all that stuff. So I'm sitting there watching it, and then she said, well, it's not allowing me to go in. It's saying at commercial, and it's just staying at that. And it was weird. So I had gotten out of YouTube, and I go back in, and they didn't let me back in. So I don't know if it was like, okay, I don't know, it was like a free thing, and you had to stay through the whole, it was weird.
Either way, it was on YouTube this week, and I watched a bunch of it, and it was good.
Yeah.
And they need to do this more. Everybody in the chat seemed to have a good time, and it wasn't very trolly, and the show was good. It had its funny moments, had its serious moments for what they're setting up and everything. The vignettes were good. Of course, it seemed it had that NXT to it where you can tell a lot of the people are green, at least on the mic and stuff, which I like. Sometimes the polished stuff like Cody Rhodes, that bores me to death. I would rather see somebody trying to figure it out on the fly and, sink or swim type deal. And I don't know, it was good. How about the Hometown Man? Did you at least see the Hometown Man, Sleaze?
What's that? I was in and out of it, so.
It was like a Bruce Springsteen song, and they would just play it over and over, and it's just, he's a hometown man, he's a hometown man. And it's just the same hook over and over to the point where it kind of just becomes funny. It's just like this guy dressed up in Pittsburgh Steelers shit, and lucha mask and all that. I'm like, it was so ridiculous, it was over. So
that's funny. Well, the president of TNA, I forget his name now, he just came out and said that WWE is actually helping them with a lot of creative, which you could sort of see, because if you went back and looked at the product, let's say like before WrestleMania, it was very indie, and it seems like it's getting polished. So, I mean, that's good. They got a lot of decent people over there too, Yep.
And like Coach said, Enzo Amore is supposed to be showing up at Slammiversary with another wrestler, I believe another Samoan, right?
Yeah, Zilla Fatu.
I can't.
There was a rumor coming around the third guy was going to be Baron Corbin, but it's somebody else. I forget. So.
Yeah, I'll never forget about Evolution. There's so much to go over. We barely went over at AEW. We just talked about Moxley. We goofed on Moxley for a little bit in Edge. And I mean, that's what I got out of it. And everybody liked it, right? They're now the best thing going, right? Was AEW great? Did you see any of that?
There were three things I took away from it. Okay, there was a spot where Tony Storm and Mercedes ate each other's crotches. That was one spot. Edge came out to save Christian, but took time, and I'm talking like way too much time to fuck with the crowd, to get his spots in, and all that stuff. Dumb decision. And then, of course, the clip that we showed. So that, to me, summed up the show. I don't know what you guys saw. I'm sure there was probably good spots, and I did see some. I just can't think of any because they weren't that important. But those are the three things that I took away from All In.
That's
a
true.
6-hour fucking show.
This clip, right? Finally got him.
Finally.
Got him.
That's the clip I was talking about.
And if we sound like shit out there, let us know again, of course. I know you do. You love to do it. Continue to do that. I hope that's not what that meant, Shades Cal.
No, it's helpful. Shades Cal. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2.
Killing it. Man, we're destroying it over here. So Moxley probably won't be coming back until part 7 or 8 now. You know, when they go to New York, then he'll hook himself to a boat and end up in Manhattan.
Right. Spend most of the movie on the boat, but they call it Jason Takes Manhattan.
Wait a second. Hold on. I never thought about this. I know you're a horror connoisseur. How the fuck did Moxley the 13th get from Camp Crystal Lake, which was like in Ohio, right?
It's in New York. No, New Jersey.
Oh, it is?
New Jersey.
It's in New Jersey?
That's where Camp Crystal Lake is. What got me about the movie, and I recently watched it because I periodically have to go back and watch these things, is they're at Camp Crystal Lake, right, which is a lake in New Jersey. But all of a sudden, this cruise ship shows up at the lake, right? Big-ass cruise ship can go into a lake in New Jersey, and that's where Jason climbs up the anchor because I guess he got bored. And then the cruise ship goes to New York. It's a whole cruise ship that takes the short journey from a lake in New Jersey to Manhattan.
And why was the boat in New Jersey in the first place? Do you remember the plot at all? Because there was only like a handful of people on the boat.
Yeah, it was like a class trip or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a bunch of students were going. Instead of driving from fucking New Jersey to New York, which is like hours maybe, they took an entire boat that went into a lake. A cruise ship boat. Yeah, made sense. Yeah. It was one of the best of them.
Makes more sense than if it was in Ohio, like I thought it was, or something like that. I thought it was like in a Midwestern town, kind of like Halloween's Ohio, right?
Yeah. Where's Haddonfield? Illinois.
And Freddie must be Ohio because I got Ohio in the brain with these
Spring. You know what? Where the fuck is what is it? Springwood?
Let's ask AI. We got AI. What am I doing?
Yeah, ask him. Yeah, we don't have to do our jobs. Fuck that.
In here. Where is Freddy Krueger from?
Freddy Krueger is from the fictional town of Springwood, Ohio.
Ohio, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I gotta ask it. I mean, just I'm not second guessing you, but yeah, we're gonna speak. Hey, where is Jason Voorhees from?
Jason Voorhees is from the fictional Crystal Lake, New Jersey, in the Friday the 13th series.
Fuck yeah.
See? That's right. We know where all these guys are from.
You know where Hellraiser is from? Hell.
That's right. We're so smart.
So smart. Challenge us.
Mac Diesel says they're re-releasing Jason 8. He's going to be on a carnival ship this time and gets second place in the limbo contest. Oh my God.
Played by John Moxley.
Mm-hmm. He's going to go on the carnival cruise and get beat up by a bunch of black ladies. You've seen the stories on that, right? They call it the ghetto cruises.
Yeah.
Woo! Imagine you think you're like going to go on a regular cruise and you end up on one of the ghetto cruises. And you're like, whoa. Even
Jason's like, fuck this, jumps in the water.
Mm-hmm. His fist fights breaking out everywhere, which is another great Shane Gillis joke about Caitlin Clark after basketball is going to continue to do what she loves by going to work at a Waffle House so she can fist fight black women.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, we can't say that's racist or something, probably, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I've noticed that they like to fight people. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've noticed.
A lot of the videos that I
Last
see.
time I was even just on a plane, right? This black lady is going dumping bags on people. She's trying to cut everybody to get to the front of the plane to get off, and she was like all the way in the back. And she's like, and then she's fighting with other people, and because they're like, "What are you doing? Hey, you're bumping into me, and you're doing this," and they're like, "Fuck you! I do what I want." And it's just like, all right, Cartman.
Oh fuck!
Unbelievable.
It's like stop that. Like you're so fucking entitled.
So it's just crazy entitlement. Nobody's gonna say nothing because then they're gonna have to get in a fist fight. It's like, yeah, we're all adults.
Yeah.
We're not trying to get in fist fights like 15-year-olds.
I wouldn't fight her because I wouldn't want to be called a racist too. I mean, because that's what's gonna happen next to my white ass.
Oh, these black ladies will beat the piss out of you, Sleaze.
Fuck yeah.
And me.
Oh yeah.
I think together we could take them though.
Maybe. On a good day. Not a big one.
Oh my god. Or the Karens are just as bad.
Yeah.
The big fat white ladies that get in everybody's business. It's just it's ladies in general, I guess.
I wouldn't say in general, but yes, the Karens and the other demographic that we just said. But at least with the Karens, they just do a lot of pointing and yelling, like they're like nagging like your nana.
Mm-hmm. Not for nothing, but usually if it's a man being out of pocket out in public and stuff, they usually have some kind of an accent. Generally,
yeah,
generally. Not
and they're
always.
drunk. And they're drunk. You know what I mean? It's a lot of drunkenness.
It's really crazy out here. I really don't want to get on a plane anymore. I just don't plan on it. I mean, we got all these. It's just nothing about that seems fun or good to me. It's like getting on a city bus in the sky.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I went to Pennsylvania recently, and it was the whole process is just life sucking. It's terrible. And I had to go through the whole thing because I didn't have a real ID yet.
Oh,
but I had the documentation saying, "Hey, I applied for it. Here's my information." They're like, "Oh, that's not good enough." So I had to go through a whole separate thing and get, fucking finger fucked up my butt and
wow.
All this. No, not that drastic, but that's what it felt like, the whole fucking ordeal. So.
Yeah, it's just, I remember I looked back on some of the old shows that I made private. I could make them active again. That would probably help with the numbers and stuff. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe I'll do it one at a time or something. But one of the latest, I don't even know if it was a CSWNN. Maybe it was. But I was talking all about this Real ID. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
This was in 2019. And I was talking all about this Real ID business. Because, yeah, it's a very slippery slope. And if anybody knows more about it, even like these days, yeah, it's all heading towards the beast system. Okay, folks.
The unfortunate part of it is you have to do it. It's for me to travel to Pennsylvania in our own country. I needed to get that, and you need to have it. It sucks. You're sucked into it. I mean, if you plan on not doing anything in the next let's say 5 years, as far as like traveling or anything, you're fine. But eventually, you are going to have to go and get this freaking ID.
And they're going to connect it to the digital stuff, and digital money, and then we're going to hand out all this information to the people that love us so very much, Sleaze.
Right, they're looking out for you.
Love us the most.
Right.
And, they'll just take care of all our data for us.
Yeah, good.
Yep. It's, you know what it is? It's what makes it so obvious to me is the whole buying and selling part. You can't buy or sell unless you have this, this, and this, and this, and this.
Right.
And which is a breach of everybody's rights. So there it is. There's some smart talk for you guys.
Yeah, it's the mark of the beast. It's crazy. Crazy world.
It really is. And all the stuff. This is why the show today is called Everything's Fake and a Scam, because it is.
It is.
you noticed pretty much everything we've been talking about is fake and a scam. I mean, the wrestling stuff is pretty open with what it is. I wouldn't even consider that fake. It's a show. But as far as everything else, it's all one big goof. That's why I've been telling people for years that I don't vote. You think voting does something? Really, guys?
You know what? Yeah, not to cut you off, but you know what they fucking did to me when I got this fucking real ID? Is so I have always lived in Rhode Island, so I always had a Rhode Island license, registration, all that shit. So I had to get this real ID, but I moved to Massachusetts, so it's the first time I had to do that. Those sneaky bastards signed me up to vote. I have never done that. Anytime I've ever sat there and got any kind of stuff and they said, hey, do you want to register to vote? Nope, because I don't vote and I don't care. Massachusetts automatically put me in for it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuckers. Fuckery.
Who knows that you probably do vote? You just don't even know it.
Probably. I probably voted for Biden or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yep. As bad as everything is, even with the orange man, you really would rather Kamala Harris. And even with all of that, it's like, so you mean to tell me there's so many layers to why I don't do this and why I haven't voted before. They killed the president in the 60s before I was even born. Yeah. I know all this. You think that they're going to just let the people pick the next president? Are you guys so naive that you think that they're going to let all these dopes out here pick who's going to be the CEO of their company?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Electoral college. I won't even get into that.
Oh, I mean, yeah. It's too much. It's just all too much. And even at the end of the day, say you do kind of just, well, maybe one's better than the other. You're just voting for them.
Right. It's all one thing.
And people get sucked into this every 4 years, Sleaze. But when voting time comes around again, people are going to forget all about this. And they're just going to go, yep, we got to pick the right one. Okay.
It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. There was a reason why Trump won, and then Biden won, and then Trump won again. There's a reason why Obama won. And I could keep going and going. There's a reason why the Epstein files aren't out yet. Come on.
Yeah. I don't even know if Obama's from here.
Who knows?
Am I racist? No, I think he's from Kenya. And I think he slipped up a few times, and he's actually said that.
Yeah.
And I don't believe Joe Biden won the election in 2020.
Nope.
The way everything was going, even Trump's own silly ass base was like, "Oh, wait a second, we don't like the those things that you're giving out, Trump. Why are you promoting them with your stuff?" And it's like, well, wake up, guys. Does it really take Jeffrey to wake everybody up with his whole island business and everything?
Yeah, right.
You should have known this years and years ago.
Right.
Just wild. I just see it as two warring criminal factions when it comes to like Biden, Trump, or whatever. But then there's even more of these types out there. Nothing's real. It's all fake. It's all professional wrestling, that politics stuff behind the scenes. That's why I don't care. Talk bad about the Republicans. I don't care. You think I'm a conservative? That's what everybody thinks. I'm a conservative. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm nothing.
People look at me and think I'm a liberal. I'm not. I'm none of this stuff. That's all you guys. You have fun throwing shit at each other like monkeys at the zoo.
There's been Democrats I've been for. There's been Republicans. There's been independents. So I don't put myself in a category like they want to put everybody in a category. I don't subscribe to that malarkey.
Oh, their team, our guys, our side stuff that I see people actually write and say online is so cringe. You guys are so cringe. Slaves, the whole lot of you.
Sheep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. They just want to corral us all into the same pen or separate pens.
Mm.
Guide us.
Did we talk about Jelly Roll last week with your Sleaze?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because a lot has gone down with that. I think he showed up on Raw.
Yep.
He got into it, the Logan Paul thing, the Well, he showed up before that too. There's so much wrestling. He was on the pay-per-view last week, whatever was going on.
Right.
And
he was on SmackDown, I think.
He's on Jimmy Fallon, and
Yeah.
they're fighting on there. That was cringe. I know the people like it, and it also, I'm like, yeah, they just got rid of Colbert, which good. He fucking stinks now.
Horrible.
All late night stinks. All that's been a scam ever since Orange Man came around. They just fell off a cliff. Late night did.
Oh, it's so bad.
And now Jelly Roll is on there. He looks ridiculous. These guys like Post Malone and Jelly Roll with the it looks like a kid that drew on his desk, and that's on your face, bro. Crazy.
Yeah.
And then he put Logan Paul through the desk. McIntyre and Orton start fight. I get that's all great for business, right? You're getting eyes on it, but I think it stinks. It sucks. It's the shits. Get it out of my wrestling. Get it out of my life. And retweet this and like this and share this.
See, it wasn't, and just hear me out. It wasn't as cringe to me because I've gotten used to the format where they bring in one of these celebrities. So when I saw him on whatever late night he was on, I'm like, I knew exactly what was going to happen. You know what I mean? So it's like it's less cringy to me because I've seen it. You know, I've seen the whole, they have the celebrity come out and then a talent comes out. I actually thought it was smart the way they did it with Logan, where he came out and said, oh, us, and you're an outsider. And then Randy came out. I thought that was fun and creative, the way they did it. But the whole talk show part of it was like, it was A, B, C, D. I knew where it was going. Somebody was going through that fucking table, and it happened. For better or for worse. So, I don't know.
And the rumor is that they got Jelly Roll in here now because this spot was actually for
Travis.
Yes.
Travis Scott. Yeah.
Yeah. And he just doesn't have what it takes to even be a part-time wrestler, which we all could see the very first night they brought him in. He's a nerd. You see how he just walks. You can tell how somebody's not an athlete by just the way they move. He's not an athlete. He wasn't going to be able to do shit. He fucking, plastered Cody in the face when he didn't have to be doing it. Like, you think they told him? So they tell Brock Lesnar to go give Randy Orton the hard style, with the elbow years back in that pay-per-view and cuts his head or whatever. You think they told Travis Scott to go do a Brock Lesnar and go hard style and pop his ear and all this business? I don't think so. I don't believe that.
Well, The Rock did. The reports were saying that The Rock said, hey, don't hold back. And this asshole said, oh, I'm not going to hold back, even though you're getting into a fake fight.
Right.
And he fucking does that.
Yeah, so.
I mean, what's the worst of the two things you could have gotten? Travis Scott or Jelly Roll at this point? You know what I mean?
I still say Travis Scott is worse. Jelly Roll at least lost the weight, is taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Travis Scott was a big nothing burger out there. He did nothing.
Well, Triple H was on, I don't know if it was one of the pre-show little conferences they have or whatever, but he hinted around that basically when he was asked about Jelly Roll, he said, don't quote me on this, but it was to the effect of well, we want somebody here that's in here 100% for it. When we ask these people to come in or ask from people to come in, you got to be 100% into it. So he was sort of hinting around that Travis wasn't dedicated to doing it. Or it was yeah, it's cool, but I'm not going to really put 100% into it. And somebody can get hurt if that happens. So, yeah, this way.
It's all his fault. Triple H's fault, bringing in all these celebrities with the TKO. Or maybe it's TKO's fault. I don't know. I'm not following it that closely. I don't really care that much. But I'm going to complain about it. Right, Cody? How's your ear?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Cody? No, you can't.
I get why they do it because it does put new eyes onto things. Like Mama Sleaze was like, oh my God, Jelly Roll's in wrestling? So she had to watch the clips and all that. So that's why they do it. For people like my mom, who maybe twice a year watches wrestling, and it's only because of a spectacle. Like when The Rock came back, she's like, oh, The Rock's back? Oh, Cena's back? That's the audience they're going for. I get it. Us diehards don't have to like it, but I get it.
Just stop going with musical artists. That's all I want. Like, if you're going to pick athletes.
Yeah.
You know, like back in the day, they had athletes or comedians. I'm even good with a comedian over a musical act. What is a musical act going to do in the ring? At least a comedian can be funny when he's doing stuff in the ring. Like Jay Leno did one back in the day. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Lawrence Taylor fought Big Bam Bam Bigelow.
It was good. It was entertaining.
Went on for years, but now it's all Bad Bunny and Jelly Roll and Travis Scott. And to me, that's not exciting at all because I'm supposed to believe every single one of these pop stars are badasses. Fuck out of here.
If they did it and it's rap artists, that's what's annoying me mostly. It's rap artists they're bringing into this crap. If it was back in our day, like if they had Ice Cube come out, okay, that's believable. You know what I mean? DMX come out, that would have been great. But they have Travis Scott. Come on, you're unbelievable.
Shades Cal has a question. Do you guys foresee UFC becoming more like WWE in the future? Is there something to be made of their recent partnership? Absolutely, but I think UFC has already been like the WWE for years. Remember Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Yep. She's right here. She's right there in the corner. Right there. Man,
right
it's
there.
hard to do like this. Yep, right there.
Right there.
Got her
Right there.
autograph. She was in UFC. She was beating everybody up. She was banging Dana White. She was doing it all. These are the rumors, right? Supposedly, allegedly. And, you know, they served up one lady 2 or 3 times, bruh. 3 times. Right. Well, I remember the 3rd time she beat her, I'm just like, so they're making a name off this poor girl that she beat up with. I think she had big fake boobs. And, yeah, Ronda Rousey. And then all of a sudden she started going up against real fighters. Like that long leg blonde chick that was one of the top butterfaces, sleaze.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the greatest butterface. I can't remember her name, but woo-wee.
Butterface.
And,
was that Holmes? Are you talking about Holmes?
Holly Holmes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Holly Holmes.
I'll yeet all over the place with Holly Holmes. Yeet. But man, I mean, she did get punched in the face a lot, so that didn't help her case.
No.
And then there was somebody else. Oh, Amanda Nunes, right? I believe she might have knocked her out once. She was getting knocked out by all these, lesbodians and tall blondes. So she was like, all right, I'm out of here. And it just, to me, the whole thing felt like one big fraudulent, let's push this Ronda Rousey girl because she's cute, right? She's like, who's that actress, sleaze? She's got a TV show in the daytime now. She was in the Angels, Charlie's Angels.
Oh, Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. She's got this Drew Barrymore thing about her where she's either the ugliest chick in the world. I'm talking about Ronda Rousey, or she's like one of the hottest chicks in the world. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Because there's some spots where you're like, okay. And then there's others that you're no.
Yeah.
No.
But to lay it out there, yeah, I think UFC has been not as rigged and scripted as WWE, of course, but they've already been doing this where, they're in the business of making money at the end of the day. And this stuff is stories. And they're trying to give you the best story and the best experience to get all that sweet, sweet cash from you. So, yeah, what do you think, Sleaze? It's kind of fake, right?
Yeah, and UFC is a different kind of entertainment. You know what I mean? You can call them combat sports, but it's a whole different thing. The only thing I think that they might intertwine is like getting people from UFC after their like Ronda Rousey and a lot of people, Dan Severn and all those other people. WWE can have eyes on future talent, but as far as you're not going to see somebody in UFC doing promos like The Rock and firework entrance.
Did it.
Oh, that was Brock Lesnar.
Dog the piece of shit. Miocic's the piece of shit.
but that was the other way. That was WWE to UFC. I'm talking like UFC to, and I don't think like UFC is going to say, hey, can your creative team come over here and do some wrestling shit over here? It's a different established thing. It's not like WWE working with TNA, where TNA is getting advice from creative in WWE and vice versa, and they're intertwining. I don't think it's ever going to be like that.
I think it might. I think it's going to get closer and closer to that, where who knows, 20 years from now, it could be just merged into one thing. And then they won't even be wrestlers anymore. They'll have robots beating each other up or holograms or something, huh?
Oh, I hope it's robots. I want that. Have you seen the robots playing soccer? Like that's been some fun shit. Now just think of body slams with those robots.
Things are getting really, really weird. You can't say that any of this is absolutely not going to happen. Most likely will happen. The more ridiculous, the more, truthful it probably will end up. Yep.
But everything's wrestling anyway. We say it all the time. Politics, fucking everything is wrestling. Everything's a work. It's crazy.
And these people out here, many of them, they just still don't get it. Even the people that say to me, they like, yep, I agree with you. They don't seem to get it because they're always into like, oh no, my team, they're this and that, they're getting all caught up in these things. I get how that can still happen, but we really got to let this sink in, folks. Let it in, because it's not real. None of this is real. Okay.
That's the same people that don't believe like the major sports aren't fixed, like the NFL, NBA, MLB. It's all fixed. Whatever team is drawing the most money is going to win the championship. They're going to build up an underdog story or something, or they're going to have a dynasty. Yep. It's all friggin' works.
Again, shout out to Shades. Watches a lot of the basketball podcasts and stuff that I'll frequent. And I remember I was so disgusted one week. I'm watching these guys together that I respect with their basketball knowledge and things. But some of them are a little younger, and they're like, no, I believe that there's no rigging and there's nothing nefarious going on with any of that. A couple of them were saying it, not AOH. AOH is old enough, he gets it. But some of the other guys were like, it was just Tim Donaghy, right, guys? Yeah, just that one guy in the early 2000s that we still don't talk about. We act like the Lakers three-peating Shaq and Kobe is like the most amazing thing ever, even though we know one of those championships were gifted to him, right?
Yeah.
Forget about all this and just say it was just that. And don't look at anything else. And yeah, it's all in the up and up. And these are supposed to be the top flight analyst experts of basketball. Again, get the fuck out of here with all this. Everything's a work and a scam.
There's one thing on this planet that I believe in. One thing. And you know what it is? Joe Hendry.
There you go. There you go, folks. I thought you were going to say Jesus, but Joe Hendry.
And then Jesus.
And then the second to Joe Hendry. Jesus.
A close second. Come on. Sorry, Lord.
So evil.
He gets it.
He gets jokes. He understands jokes, I think.
Right. He listens to the podcast every Saturday.
Nope, he's getting ready right now. He's loading up his shotgun and getting ready to come down in his cloud and take care of business. I didn't forget about that date. When was it? Oh, that's right. June something or other.
Yeah. You believe in what?
You made a Joe Hendry. You think Joe Hendry is better than me.
Jesus believes in Joe Hendry.
He just does it like T2, the pump in the air. Oh my goodness. Yep. How about this for a story, Sleaze? There's a show called King's Court, and they ran an advertisement during wrestling. It has Titus O'Neil in it. It's another dating show. A reality show. I had to watch this one.
You did?
I had to. I didn't even know it was already out, but there's an episode. I already have Peacock for all these pay-per-views. So I put it on the other day. I'm like, what's on this thing? I'm like, oh yeah, this thing's on. So I scrubbed through it, It was boring. But Carlos Boozer, the ex-basketball player, and what's his name? The black supermodel that's been around since like the 90s. He's like in his early 50s now. He's
Tyrese? Is it Tyrese?
Not Tyrese, but it's something like that. Ty something, I think. And it was hilarious. I mean, as far as just what I was looking for, scrubbing through it. A lot of boring parts, but some pretty funny parts. I mean, there's some cunts in here, slaves. I don't know how else to say it.
There always is. And
There's
then you
some
got
nice ladies that, I mean, I guess, but boy, they put some big C's in here.
yeah, because during the casting of this, the production is like, yeah, we need some fucking twats,
Yeah.
and then we need a good mixture of twats, and we need a good mixture of like fuck boys,
Mhm.
and those, yeah, and then like maybe 4 on each side that are good, and they end up winning or whatever the fuck these shows do.
Well,
That's the formula.
I still don't really understand their format. It seems lame. They brought in 7 ladies, and then they had these 3 guys pick 2 girls each. So one was left out, of course, which was the white girl. The one white blonde girl was left out.
Right.
You got 3 older black guys, and then what was going on? Well, Carlos Boozer wants a mom. It seems like he's loving the moms. I think maybe there's more than one. I don't know, because all these girls are like 30 to 40, and which is also funny to me because these guys are all in their 50s.
Oh
And
God.
then some of these girls are like 31, some are like 37 or whatever. But Carlos Boozer wants the moms. The model wants to just sleep around, apparently. He's just trying to bang all these chicks.
One of the twats. Yep.
Yep. And then we got
What the
famous
fuck?
worldwide. And I don't really know what he wants. He got rid of one of the girls he picked on the end of their thing, which is also very awkward. They have these 3 guys sit down at like a dinner table. Rodney Pete is in this fucking show. And I know a lot of you probably don't even know, but listen, I'm a sports guy. He's an old quarterback, black quarterback for the Lions back in the day.
Jesus.
And yep, I'm like, why is he hosting with another lady that I think I'm supposed to know, but you just I don't know who she is. And then they have the 3 girls that they call out. They're gonna keep one of them and send 2 of them home, and it's just super awkward. They're like, the Kings don't want to date you because they're the Kings.
Oh, they're the Kings. Yeah.
Kings Court, and they're the Queens. Right.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep up with it. This first episode, like most, is always, it's just like dating, sleaze. When you start to meet these women, they're on their best behavior.
Yeah.
And by episode 2 to 5, that's when they start shit testing and they start acting a fool.
The twat comes out. The twat just comes to the surface.
And we know that's going to happen. They showed clips of it. They're like, don't worry. I know this episode sucked, folks, but get ready for next week. And when, this lady tells Carlos Boozer's parents that he's a dickhead or whatever, it's going to be great.
Let me tell you something. I don't admire a lot of people on this planet, but there's very few that I do. And Titus O'Neil is one of them. And I'll tell you why. Because this guy has made a living of doing nothing. Like his claim to fame is sliding underneath a ring and making that dog sound. And this guy is making good money. He's been paid by WWE for decades to be an ambassador for whatever the fuck. And for whatever reason, I don't, like, of all the people, why Titus O'Neil? Maybe he's a good guy. I don't know. And now he's on this show. Admire the fucking shit out of that guy.
Well, I just remember it just brought to mind this one part in the show where he's dating he's trying to impress the ladies. They just asked out. And he's like, yeah, my name's on a public school in this place and my this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And, philanthropy is a big part of my life. So, we're blessed. So we got to bless the people and there's things like that. And then, of course, the women are like, yes, anything you say, Titus.
But that's what the whole world has been saying to him for decades. He's got that, for some reason, he's got this mesmerizing, soothing voice and look. And this guy I admire him. Hats off to you, Mr. O'Neil.
Killing it right now.
Killing it for doing
all
nothing.
These guys, I believe all 3 of them, even Tyson Beckford, I think that's his name.
Mm.
He, the supermodel guy. They're like
Tyson,
yeah. And they all have kids. Like a lot of kids, it seems like. I don't know. I guess for women, that's not that big of a deal. But again, it's just, it's all weird to me. That's why I watch it. I love watching the cringe and all this stuff, and it's coming, folks. We didn't get a whole lot of cringe this episode, but I told you, I'm keeping tabs.
I got to check it out because, like I said, Titus is just mind blowing to me. If I could just figure out his formula in life, I think I would be way more happy and successful.
I wanted to do this with Cody Rhodes' podcast as well, but I mean, I tried to listen a few times. I just can't. I'm not interested. I know pretty much everything they're talking about already, and they can't really be normal. You know, they have to still put on this whole act and stuff because they're in the WWE. I get it, but doesn't mean it's entertaining. And then I look at his views. He's got like 150,000. I'll never have 150,000 total views with all these videos.
I did the same. I sat there and tried to do it. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, Damian Priest was interesting because you got to know him on a more personal basis. But yeah, and half of it is a commercial, just like WWE, because he's hawking out Wheatley vodka for like 20 minutes where they play this game or whatever, and then they go to Fanatics and they do this. You gotta wear a jersey for famous people, so you get about, I don't know, like there's an hour a show, hour and a half. You get about 20, 30 minutes of like actual, like talking. That's not really,
We've been doing it for an hour and a half now, Sleaze. We're killing it.
Right.
No advertisements.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Not even YouTube, Google ads. Nothing. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, everybody.
Yeah. Real deal.
Yep. Get sharing and all that stuff. But
believe in us like you believe in Joe Henry.
And if you ever got to go, Sleaze, at any time, just say, hey, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I actually got to get running. I got an appointment of such. Mm-hmm. So I do have to say adieu a little early. Thank you guys for
coming on. Of course, go follow the Sleaze everywhere.
Yes. QR code at the Sleaze. Yeah, I got to get this right. At the SLC 52 on all platforms. Thank you guys.
Yep. Shout out to you, Sleaze. We'll see you later.
Later, guys. Have fun.
And everybody else out there, I may even take some callers. I'm going to talk to AI. I got a few more pages of notes, but I need a break. You know, there's been too much action going on around here. So while I'm gone, you guys just share this out to everybody and let everybody know we're going to run it back. I think I got another hour or so in me. If you're down to chill, hit me up in the chat, everybody. I'll be right back. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe. Not that long. Maybe somewhere in between. In the meantime, I should probably show you some sort of an ad so I can tell you to go find me all over the web. And please do. Hit the buttons. It's all fun. We're all friends. Everybody follow each other around here. You know what we do, okay? See ya in a moment.
Listen up. Boy.
We are back, folks. Look at us. Warning, you are hereby notified that this show is a work of comedy. All hot takes are jokes. Imagine you're watching a horror movie. Would you be upset at Pinhead and Hellraiser and try to cancel him? Exactly. Same thing for the Dr. Huge Show. The producer of this video is not responsible for you Being a fool. Get it? Got it? Good. Great. We have refilled. We've gotten already come back super strong, Super Saiyan strong for our next segments and everything we're going to talk about. The people believe in Joe Hendry around here. Paladin is down to chill over here. Shut up, Braun Breaker. That dog Braun Breaker will never shut up. Yep. So what do we have to talk about? I do have this whole list of notes. We talked about Cope and Christian a little bit. We can cross that off. Randy Orton wants to be Batman? Did you guys hear this? So Randy Orton thinks he can be Batman. Yeah? You mean all these professional actors, some of them that didn't even do well with the role. I mean, was Val Kilmer really bad? Was George Clooney really that bad? George Clooney wasn't that great, right? George Clooney's probably the biggest stinker out of the bunch. Bat Keaton, I mean, proved to me that he could do it. I was also a child when that movie came out. I seen that movie in the theaters. Yep. Believable to me, except that hairdo, that like 80s hairdo he had going. That wasn't that cool. That Bruce Wayne version. But hey, he was down to get crazy. He didn't mind. He would break some of his own stuff. And that's what you got to do. When you got a crazy man in your area, just act crazier. And they'll go, hey, whoa, that guy's crazy. See? That's Batman logic, 1989. I got to watch that movie again. I haven't seen it in years. Speaking of movies, have you guys seen these Mortal Kombat trailers? How badass are those? Really badass. I'm going to go watch those 100%. I mean, at some point. I might not go watch those. I might have them show up on my screen through some other means until I start getting my collection back up, breaking out the VCRs and the DVD players and things. It's all Blu-ray now, right? That's really when I started getting out of physical, because I'm like, if you're just going to start putting out Blu-ray stuff, you know, you're just going to keep selling us the same thing over and over in a different form and say it's better even if it's not. I guess it's better than DVD, but, you know, who cares? Is it worth paying, you know, $20 more or what have you? Johnny Torch, shout out to him. Go follow him. Go subscribe to him as well as me all over the interwebs. Batman heard the voices in his head long before Randy Orton. Exactly. Back to that, because that's nonsense. Randy Orton actually would look the part, I'm sure, in costume. But do you think he's got the acting chops to be a miserable, douchey Batman? I guess, maybe. He could harness that. And it would have to be more like Punisher Warzone style. It couldn't be Hollywood style. Not like we like that stuff. That Punisher movie with John Travolta, as much as I love the Punisher and I was trying to like it because it was like the only Punisher they gave us other than the Dolph Lundgren one, again, when I was a kid, ridiculous. But I loved it because it was just insane. He didn't even have the Punisher skull. He wasn't even like wearing it most of the movie. If at all. I haven't seen it in a long time. But yeah, Randy Orton, you're going to try to live up to famous actors and people that actually, I guess acting really is a thing. There's levels to that, like everything else. And I know Randy Orton's probably been on a whole bunch of shitty USA shows, but, you know, Batman, that's pretty, you got to be like somebody in the business, right? You should be. Again, unless they put him in an independent film, Warzone style. And then, yeah, watch Randy Orton be badass in that movie, beat everybody up. I would think that would be, well, I guess they have people doing stunts for him. I'm thinking old school. I think these guys doing their own stunts. I'm thinking of Randy Orton giving cutters out there. Diamond cutters. That's what that is, kids. It's a modified diamond cutter. That's what an RKO is. So I don't want to hear this stuff about RKOs is the best and all this stuff because that's the way the WWE pushes it. Reality is still reality. Diamond Dallas Page did it better. When he did it, he has the fundamentals of it down. Randy Orton's he just kind of grabs. Modified. But yes, Paladin. The MK2 movie trailer was awesome. It let me know right away, hey, Dr. Huge, this is for you. This is the kind of movies you remember growing up. You know, remember badass action movies and badass movies in general? I love saying badass today. I got a badass counter somewhere. We should put one up. And the movies were just so good. They could be bad and they'd still be good. Cobra, and all the rest. Some of the best movies in the world. And this Mortal Kombat movie sounds like another one of those. I'm going to have to go watch MK1 now because of this trailer. I didn't really realize it was like that. You know, we got all these movies that are being made from the past again, over and over and over. And I just assumed, like, oh, this is just going to be another, you know, binary Liu Kang making out with Raiden or something. You know, something to that degree. And not like a lot of the stuff that's been happening in the past is all that, right? But they insert themselves here and there. And if you guys remember the movie Don't Be a Menace in the Hood while drinking your juice in the hood, there was a part where there was a messenger. The mailman would keep showing up, Keenan Ivory Wayans, and he would always go like, message. So without these little messages, a lot of the prior movies that have stunk with the MCU and things could have been better just because it takes you out of it. Not like it ruins all the movies, but in general, you know, when you got the girl boss thing and this Fantastic Four, that's what everybody's waiting for with that. You know, Invisible Woman, this is supposedly like her movie. She's the head of the Fantastic Four, which is news to me. I got all these comics and things my whole life. That's news to me. Oh, you got a female Silver Surfer? Cool. Why are you using one of the most like random, obscure niche Silver Surfers? Oh, they wrote her in this random comic that was in a multiverse or whatever. Okay. Just can't have Norrin Rad. We know him. We don't know this one. But all right. I'll even deal with that. If you want to say this is a multiverse, we're going to get rid of it. Then we can introduce Norrin Rad in the future. Blah, blah, blah. It's just still, it's too much insertion of female stuff into obvious male spaces. And not to say females don't like wrestling, comic books, and all this stuff. But we need to have it's not as balanced as it once was. You get what I'm saying? You have some more balance to some of these things. And then if you want to go and skip the whole gender stuff and go into the race stuff, which is a construct anyway, but we don't need to get into it right now. Totally made up, in my expert opinion. You know, we got to give all the black and brown and Asian peoples all the scraps of the white people that were popular for the past 70 years. How does that make any sense either? Not only is it disrespectful to everybody, whatever color you are, it's basically not creating anything new and ignoring all the other stuff you actually had that were black, brown, yellow characters. Can we even say yellow? I don't even know if that's legal. I'm kind of yellow. I'm kind of peanut butter. MK 2021 is pretty good. Better than I thought it would be. All right, I'm going to have to watch it. What streaming network do I have to buy now, right? This is why, again, I think my mindset needs to go, instead of going, oh, where do I find it? I go, where do I buy it? And then I just buy it. And I got it forever. And I know it's going to be good. It's going to be better than anything that's been out there recently as far as the action genre. So I might as well just buy it. What a crazy notion, Dr. Huge. I'm talking to myself right now, by the way. You're just listening in, folks. I hope you like what you're hearing. And if not, then get the fuck out of here. I don't care. Do not care. You know, a lot of people say that online. I really mean it. I think I've proved that in the past. I will just up and disappear if I don't give a shit. So many sad things I'm looking at right now. We already talked about this earlier in the week. You know, Seth Rollins just blows everything up on the Raw scene, on the SummerSlam, things that they had planned. And it sounded like they had some big things on the horizon. Seth Rollins was supposedly going to beat LA Knight on Saturday Night Main Event last week. And then he lost. So they said, hey, LA Knight. They came up with a finisher right at the end. They're like, this ain't looking good. So he's going to be out for some time. He does have the briefcase for another year. He'll come back before then. I believe the next time he shows up, it's going to be a Triple H style. Oh my God. He has returned. If they can hide it from the public. Hopefully they can do that. They ruin all the surprises. The last great surprise, I believe, was the Hardys. Yes. The Hardys at a WrestleMania. And Paladin says it should be on Max. It's Warner Brothers. Skinamax. Everything that AEW's on Skinamax. Yep. This is me watching Skinamax. That's the face I make, folks. The Damian Priest laying on his back, staring up at Drew McIntyre face. Like, I can't believe you just threw me onto the steel steps. Now my whole body has seized, and I'm staring at you in such fear. He's so scared. So how about this Shiloh Webb? I also get this face when I watch Shiloh Hill videos. Shiloh Webb, huh? But Shiloh Hill, if you don't know who he is, he's on LFG, Legends and Future Greats, on the AEW network. And I watch it sometimes. I haven't been keeping up lately. You know, all this wrestling. All this evolutionary stuff, I hope you're here, Sasha Reigns. I told you to wait. By hour 15, I'll be talking about evolution. I got to get through all this other wrestling stuff. Okay? First. Or maybe I can't because I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. We're talking about him looking at Shiloh Hill at LFG, his videos. He watches or goes on the dark web, this Shiloh, and he orders things. The gnome video, very hard videos to prove. You know me, I'm Mr. Skeptical out here. So I was very skeptical of the things he's buying, where they're coming from, if he's involved, whatever. Let's say it's all real. It's very strange too. Again, these videos getting hundreds of millions of thousands. I actually believe this and understand this. These aren't fake views. He's now got the push with the LFG being known through there. He's killing it right now. But if you like creepy stuff, it's pretty good at doing the creepy stuff. Do I believe it? There could be fuckery afoot, but I like to be entertained. So I've been watching some of those lately. Shout out to you. He gets it. He's one of these kids. He gets the wrestling. Yep. The dark web, which I'm never on, will never go on. Don't ever put me on the dark web. Or else I'll give you a BFT. And not the Andrew Dice Clay type. If you understand. Catch my drift. Oh! Mm-hmm. Get it? BFT. LA Knight calls it blunt force trauma. Mm-hmm. It's fact. Fact of life. So everybody stay off the dark web, especially you. He's using all the AI on there. He's asking all kinds of questions. He's getting things. He had a gnome video. It's the first one I watched. Must have had 1 trillion views and things on it. That's why it was recommended to me. So he bought a gnome, and this gnome like starts doing a Christmas carol, and then it starts has blinking red eyes. Then it starts talking in like this Hebrew, like this old like gibberish, in a like a deep voice, all creepy, and then it will like shut off, and then it will start crying in the middle of the night, supposedly, because this wasn't caught on camera. This is what he said, right? Like, these are the things where you've got to start asking questions. Everything has to be on camera at least, and we can't even believe all that in this day and age. So he has this gnome. There's instructions or emails or something on the dark web that he's keeping up with as far as like what these things are. And I guess there's a whole website dedicated to gnoming people. So then little gnomes start showing up in like where he parks where his girlfriend parks her bike, and where he parks his little golf cart. And one day he said that his golf cart was stolen and it was just gone. And then he had to find out from the Gnomey people where it was. And he found it plugged in somewhere with gnomes on it. And the gnomes kept growing. There was more numbers every time. And to me, I'm just thinking the whole time, like, you could easily just do all this. Play creepy music. Do all this to yourself. You have to charge your little golf cart that you take around because you're a weird kid. Yeah, I'm so weird and wacky. Right? And I'm going to drive around in a golf cart. All right. And it just feels like he's very creative, and he's just making this all up. All these emails could be just him alone. He could have had the AI make him a website, make him all this stuff. Had a collection, a bag of gnomes. What do I do with this? How can we make this creepy? Build a little gnome thing, put a message in it or something. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, I understand works. And this feels like a work to me, sir. And that's also why you have so many views. Get it? Get it, everybody? Or it's all 100% real, and he's sleeping in the woods, and he's throwing up, and he's digging holes, and possibly he's digging his own grave, right? Because that's what the gnome people wanted him to do, go into the woods, and he did everything this dark web stuff said, even though he seems to be a smart kid. It doesn't add up to Batman here, okay? They should make me Batman. If you're going more detective mode, this is the Batman you want. Batman of the future. And then everybody can cry that it's a DEI hire, and I won't care. I'm gonna just go suck it. I'm gonna go look at my LA Knight shirt. Look at it. Give you some of those outdated crotch chops. Yeet, yeet for this. Yeet, yeet. We haven't yeeted enough today. Let's go. Yeet. Is this loud enough? Does it feel loud enough today? Yeet, 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 yeet. Uh-oh, it's crackling. It's crackling over here. Testes. Did I go robotic? I think when I get too loud, it gets really crazy. Yeet. Yep. And you know what? I love the phrase. I've been hearing it a lot lately, especially because of this edge. I love the phrase getting your shit in. I love it. I got to find somebody saying it in a funny voice or something, kind of like this.
It's the shits.
But, you know, because everybody's all about getting their shit in these days, especially in the wrestling business. That's all these old timers tell the young people, get your shit in. And I am. I just did it right now. I'm doing it again for another half hour maybe. Getting my shit in. Yeet. Let's do it again. Yeet. I know the kids love it.
Yeet, 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 yeet.
We are all yeeted out over here, folks. I can't takes no more. All right, we got our shit in, Paladin. Everybody else left. They hate it. They're not retweeting. They're not liking anymore. They're not coming to YouTube and subscribing anymore. Again, not like it matters. Man, these numbers are poor all across the board. I think I got 140 views on Sunday's AEW TKO video I did, which I guess that's really how I have to do. I have to make way better thumbnails. Like that has anything to do with what I'm talking about, but it gives you some sort of a reference. But it's just that thumbnail and the whole AEW versus WWE business. People click on that. Shameful. You people should be ashamed of yourself. So I'm going to bait click everybody with everything that I do. Hopefully it works because I'm going to be doing it. And when you come in and you say, hey, this has really nothing to do. Well, it has to do with it. Everybody gets mad about that now. You can't not do a video on what you're talking about, but I'm just saying we have to switch topics. We can't just talk about wrestling anymore and goof on it and things like that. People want to hear the drama between cults. Your WWE, your AEW, this and that. Like that guy this week that made that video. Well, I've been watching wrestling forever, and WWE is like the only thing I watch. And then I watch AEW. I've never seen anything like this before. Within the first 90 seconds, I was like blown away and blah, blah, blah. It's like, where have you been, pal? This can't be real, right? And then somebody else posts another video that he's done. And I'm like, oh, well, clearly. He's doing things for views. So, like, example. I'm not doing this for views. I'm doing this because this is what I want to do. And this is the type of audience that I would like to build in like a bar type setting. Imagine that, like, this is like a bar that's open however times, whenever I open it, everybody can come hang in the chat. We can all goof on the wrestling. We can all talk about the stuff that has been going on, so on and so forth, right? It's that's not what seems to be the poppin' thing at the moment. It's all shortened down, nothingness, blandness, really, because it's being done over and over and over and over again. And it's what, Bret Hart?
It's the shits.
Kind of like that, but, you know, this is more cheeky, as Danny would say, I think. Believe that's a word from over there.
It's the shits.
So, yep, we told everybody about the tough guy of the week. I had pictures. I had everything. I'm like, I'm not going to spend this much time on him, so I'm not even going to upload the pictures and things. He had this big picture, this big-ass sore on the front of his face, on his lip, and he's doing videos, and he's like, don't look at my lip, and don't do this, and don't do that, and just, anyway. And he's coming at me. Bro, I hate that I had 108 people in here. That's nothing. 108. You got zero. Okay? And you're coming at me? That's crazy, bro. Why would you do that? Are you trying to help me? Is this how you're trying to help me? Because it feels like this wouldn't be good for you. This is why you just can't get upset anymore or with anybody. Say whatever you want, everybody. It's not true. I don't care. And you know what? Keep it up, because I'll bring you up even more and more. We can have, oh my God, we'll have our lol cows once again, our own whack pack. We will. It's happening. These people are ridiculous. These wrestling fans, I'm telling you, this new batch, whew, they all think that they're Dr. Huge from 2016. All these youngins nowadays. They don't even remember 2016, right? They probably didn't have a device. Now they do, and they're like, "Oh, I'm the douche. I'm the mark." Got it. Got it. That's right. Paladin gets it.
You have to be authentic because they can see through phony.
Oh, most. Many. I wouldn't even say most. Because there's so many phony people, fake ass people out here, and the other people, they eat it all up. The kids eat this stuff up. You see the post the other day, I retweeted it on the X machine. It was pictures of they go, this is who critiques rap music or whatever these days, or tells everybody about hip hop music. And it's, just look at the pictures, okay? If you know who some of these guys are. I didn't even know some of them. How about that? But the ones I did were like, yeah, exactly. That's who's telling you what to think is what's cool and what's not. Sure. Yep, everything's the GOAT, which is the greatest of all time, which means there can only be one. But it's now being used as like an adjective and a way to describe everything. Goated, bro. Crashing out, I just want that to be over. Shit's cringe. Cringe can stay forever. It's a quick, easy way of saying exactly how you feel. But crashing out, get that out of here. That's cringe. Cringe. No more goat either. Enough of that. LeBron James bringing goats to events. Fucking cringe. Everything's cringe now, though. Everything's fake, a scam, and cringe. Politics is cringe. Athletics, modern day athletics, super cringe. Oh, you think this and pro wrestling is cringe? No, we get it. That's the reason why I have all this. Get it? But all that other stuff that you guys don't understand is cringe. It is. Still makes it cringe. Yep. I'm about to crash out one of these days. We're crashing out for life, brother. Oh, man. Yeah, everything sucks. Everything's advertisements. Just selling you fake stuff. Selling you lifestyles. It's always been like that, but now it's just so honed in. Like they perfected the MK Ultra business. Now they're MK Ultraing everybody's brains to death. And as much as I love pro wrestling, do we need it every night of the week? Every single night of the week? Doesn't that seem a little weird from just even several years back? Where it was what? Once, twice, three times, 4 times, 5. No, this is all the time. Multiple times a day. Everybody see how stupid everything's getting? I do. So, Again, that's why I can't put in effort into this stuff anymore unless I make really, really short videos or I clip somebody else's content and I point at it. I might as well start doing that. And then hopefully that leads to them coming here to seeing this show. I mean, I have a 14-year-old nephew that has thousands of followers and subscribers on YouTube. You know what he does? He steals everybody's content, puts it on his thing, thousands of views. He's like, it's easy. I don't understand. I'm like, well, I'm trying to do like original content. And I don't have a brand name that's been around since the 90s. And it's kind of hard to do that without any of that. And the kids, they just don't get it. They're like, well, just post shit, post whatever. Make 100 channels. You know what? And it's kind of like, yeah, they're right. But is that what I want to do and make hundreds of channels of stuff that's not the whole reason I was doing this in the first place. You understand? It's become a soulless bot like everybody else. Oh, the reaction stuff. I hate it so much. I can react to things. We did it last week or the week before at the Saudi event, right? Me and Danny towards the end. I mean, I think it's more funny me calling the matches. I think that's funnier. You know, kick to the tits, punch to the face, then dance with Asuka. It's kind of like one of her movesets. Like, that was funny. I think I was rolling. I was doing good. And, but the phony ones where they're just like, something happens, say Naomi wins the Money in the Bank, and it's just, I'm not going to take my headphones and throw them across the room and do a little running dance, do the running man in front of the camera and stuff, jump over my own leg like it's the 90s before like the Fresh Prince or something. I'm not doing it. First of all, it's just you or me in this case doing something I would never do. Who knows? Maybe I would do it, but it would have to be like Brock Lesnar comes back and like takes Sami Zayn and get F5s them off the top of the WWE headquarters onto like a moving car or something. Then I would do the running man and I'd do all that stuff, as a reaction. But, doing that just because to try to get a reaction out of everybody.
I'm the beast.
Exactly. The running man for you, Brock Lesnar. Throw in, who else could he throw out? CM Punk?
I'm coming for you, motherfucker!
Right off WWE headquarters. Off the top of the Superdome.
Donald's a piece of shit! Miocic's a piece of shit!
I would 100% do the running man as a reaction video to that. So yes. Yep. I'd break dance. I'd do whatever. But then all this other stuff, that's, it could be a big moment, but, John Cena turning, right? I would be more like, oh, like I am in real life. I'd be like, if I was live with it, I'd just be like, oh, what's going on with this? Right? That's how normal people act. But when you start spazzing and throwing, like, it's an act. Right? Am I not getting something with the reaction videos? And again, this is not me hate. I know everybody does them. I did one last week. Like I said, I didn't even really know I was doing it. I just said, hey, I'm watching this while it's on during my time. WWE's doing a show after 3 o'clock in these hours. This is my time, WWE. You're on my stomping grounds. How about that? So I'll talk about it. I'll watch it at the same time. But I don't know about going out of my way to hoot and holler and squeal like a pig when I have wrestling on while I'm doing a show. I hate acting unnatural. If I'm acting goofy, it's because I want to act goofy. Not going to be goofy just for views. Again, this is not what this is about, folks. The views, of course, would I like it? Yes. Do views feed my children? Yes. Do the likes on the YouTube, save humanity? It does. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, I can't act any different just because I want all that. I'm not selling out to the man. Right, Paladin? He gets it. Again, if you get it, just write it in the chat. I was going to have people call in. Maybe I will. No, but everybody's so scared to call in. They're scared of the unpredictable badass over here that we got. And Naomi must proceed with caution, right? Give me some yeets.
I'm not gay no more.
That's not my yeets.
Yeet.
But it is another fact. Not no more. Coach gets it. See? Thank you. And if you're like one of these guys that stalks Liv Morgan, you can see yourself out. We don't need stalkers or airport signers, paparazzi. We don't want you guys around either. You guys creep me out. Leave us alone. But where's my screen? There it is. Yep. Again, this show is going to be a lot more chillaxed, if you want to say that. Like I'm not trying so hard anymore. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. I'm going to swear as much as I want. I'm going to do whatever I want. If they want to get rid of the certain videos, go ahead, get rid of them. You don't like this clip that the Sleaze made of John Moxley losing at All In? Where is it? You don't like it? There it is. Yep. I don't know. Maybe they won't mind. I don't know. Nobody knows anymore. We don't know how these platforms operate. It's insane. This is what the future is supposed to be. Just us out here trying to do our things, right? Build our brands and stuff. And then we don't even know the rules. And then they change all the time too. And then they can go back and retroactively suspend you and get rid of your stuff. Huh? I don't like this game, guys. It ain't fair. I hate to sound like a child and look like one. Well, not really that part, but I don't mind looking like one. But I don't sound like one. I'm being very reasonable with you guys at the TikToks and the YouTubes and wherever you keep suspending me and taking away my videos and kicking me off the platforms. TikTok's weird. Somebody there does not like me because they allowed me to come back after months of not being able to appeal, right? Just randomly a couple weeks ago. I did 1 or 2 shows on there and they suspend me again. No alert, no appeal, nothing. So there's like nothing I can even do on my end to be like, hey, this was wrong. Who do I speak to? None of that. Today's the last day, so I'm supposed to be able to go live tomorrow and reapply. Watch. They won't for another 3-4 months. Who knows? Just randomly one day they will let it up again and then they'll let me come on and talk. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is it because I do stuff like that, TikTok? Huh? So scared. So bitch made. Is it because of this? Because what I caught at the Coldplay concerts? I caught all these people on my camera. Every single one of them. They all had the same reaction like, oh my God. Maybe that's why TikTok doesn't like me. Could be. We don't know. Because I can't talk to them. I can't talk to Teespring. I can't talk to really anybody. Then people are like, hey, you need to go on eBay. And I'm like, that's a great idea. Except for the fact that, like, you know, there's a million scammers on there as well. If the platform ain't scamming, you know, the buyers are, which that's the problem on there, which was not supposed to be my problem at Teespring, because they're supposed to print all the stuff and just ship it out. I was supposed to bypass all bullshit and give up the largest portion of any earnings I would make wouldn't even be going to me. So I didn't have to do all this. Get it? So now that I'm going to take on doing all this, the new problem is going to be asshole buyers and scammers and the like. I didn't know it was like this. Well, you could have looked at the description. Things like that. Oh, I'm going to return this and send this back. It doesn't work now. I don't want to deal with that either. So if I'm going to sell on eBay, which it looks like I am again, it's going to be, you know, I expect that to be a pain in the ass as well. Everything is. But at least I'll have my own merch in hand that I know is quality, that I can send to you guys and not have to wait. Be given the runaround and not be paid. That's the problem with this platform being run by an algorithm. It stinks, guys. I'm telling you. Again, that's why it's like I don't know why I bother sometimes, to be honest. I think we kill it. Even these days, it's just everything seems harder this time around, like way harder. And I do have some sort of brand recognition, believe it or not. And it's still like super hard. And I blame mainly these platforms. I've done enough research into it that I know it's not really anybody else. Twitter shut me off like a spigot, just turned it off, went overnight. I was pretty much, if I had a tweet that only had a couple retweets and like 20 likes, that was like a bad one. You know what I'm saying? Like most of my stuff was getting over. I remember the day Titus World Slide happened, I had over 1 million engagements on one post. Like literally like it was like in the 6 millions. All that gone overnight. It's, you know what it's been ever since? 200 engagements ever since. And I know I'm talking to a lot of people that probably get 2, 5, or whatever. If you even understand what any of this means. I should be keeping up with this stuff if I want to push something out like this show and get supporters and get guests and things. But like the guests aren't playing along either. I love Karrion Kross and he's super busy. He's doing everybody's show except the one that he would have the most fun doing. And that's just a fact. I don't know what to tell you. This is the best. As far as wanting to have fun and goofing around, we're not serious. I'm not talking about ratings all the time. We bring it up, but it's mostly like, this is all one big goof when we're watching a TV show. We get it better than anybody else. It's not serious. And if people wanted to come on in character, even better. Everybody should be coming on in character if they're a pro wrestler, but they don't have to. That's how cool we can do it. I can do whatever you want, right? Diddy oils if need be. But nope. They're going to go do every Bill and Tom and John's show and just bore the shit out of everybody. Okay. I get it. I don't have the numbers. Again, not your fault, not their fault, not even my fault. It's the platform's fault. It's the era we live in now, where there are more wrestlers than human beings. There's more podcasters than people. I remember a documentary in like the 90s, early 2000s around where it was like a whole documentary about the dance hall scene in Jamaica. And if anybody knows, a lot of hip hop music was created off of dance hall music in the DJing and all that business. And they said in Jamaica, there's more dance hall producers than there are people that are like going to the clubs and actually partaking in the fun of it, right? Same thing with this wrestling business stuff. So that's why, like, we don't even really need to talk about wrestling. I could just show clips of horse shit all day and we could just goof on that. And you know what? We probably will start morphing into that slowly but surely. We'll always keep up with the wrestling here and there, but there's so many people talking about it and reacting about it, especially when we do it on a Saturday afternoon. The shows happen tonight, Sunday nights. And then you're going to wait a week and everybody's already done with it after a couple days, never mind a week. I get it. Still going to goof on it, but that's why you need to get the notifications on for the weekday shows as well. Been bringing back a lot more of those. But, yep. Sleaze brought up Fanatics a little while ago. And I don't know if you guys heard the story. Again, everything's fake. Everything's a scam. So, there's this guy, again, I want to say Ohio. Where was he from? Indiana. Close. He deleted himself because he got caught in a $350 million sports memorabilia scheme.
No yeet.
No, that is no yeet. And so think about this. Think about all the stuff he's already made, all the money he's made, and all the memorabilia now that's out there. That's most likely fake. So the guy offs himself because he's like, wow, he knew it was this bad. Huge network of just putting all this fake autographs and jerseys and what have you out. Hey, I know my stuff is real, at least 90% of it, because I was there when it was signed. And usually back in the day, I would take a Polaroid of it. But now we get the phones, right? So I get the pictures of me standing right next to him signing. But then in the future, can you even believe that? You could just make that with AI and show somebody and go, oh yeah, and print it out and go, yep, there's me and such. So everything's fake. Everything's a scam. I tell people about my whatnot. I'm like, I'm going to do more whatnot soon. I'm going to sell some comics on there. Oh, it's a scam. Like, I know it is, and I've sold on there. Believe it or not, from my perspective, the buyers are scamming. For the most part. And sure, there are sellers on there scamming. They got trash, and they're trying to sell it, and they act like it's good when it's not. Audio very scratchy again. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's been bad all day. So, we're going to wrap it up soon anyway. I got to get a new cord or new something. How about now? Or I could unmute and then mute. That seemed to have worked before. Sounds great to me. That's what sucks. I'm going to have to hire a producer to sit on this couch over here. If you have big boobs and you know how to work this stuff, call me immediately. I got a job for you. Yep. Yep, better. Yep, just let me know in the chat if it gets bad. It got bad earlier. And apparently all I have to do is mute myself, unmute myself, and then it's better. So it sounds like that's more of a restream problem. So that's good to know. Comes and goes. Boo. Yeah, we don't want that. Things are bad enough over here already, William and Paladin. Oh, you're white, but she's not oh, well. Jeez. Thought I had a producer for a second. Take a closer look at some of these pictures while I go through my notes. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Class action suit also claims that Fanatics has created a card monopoly. And they're, I don't know. I keep my eye on this collectible stuff too. Not so much with the cards, but I know what they're doing with the cards, at least. They're kind of doing that 90s thing again, where they're flooding the market with a ton of different cards, but like one, they got different names to all of them, and then they change the names of some of them, and then they make different types of cards that look similar to other versions. I'm telling you, this is all one big, massive scam. And hopefully people don't lose their asses on a lot of it. The way to go, now this is just for us, the few hundred so people that are supposedly watching right now on all the platforms. Shout out to YouTube and X and Kick. But I'm going to give you a key to collecting. It is about rarity for most people, for the bright people. You want to have rare stuff. So a Brock Purdy rookie autograph that's like whatever it was, 15 grand or something I saw a couple years ago is ridiculous. That's insane. You think you're gambling, right? And if he pans out, wins a Super Bowl, does this or that, you're going to double your money. No. All this stuff will be coming back down to earth and has been. So the only thing you can hang your hat on, like, Ricky Henderson rookie, Walter Payton rookies. You see what I'm saying? Old stuff. Get it as best quality you can, get it graded, and also make sure it's not fake, because those can be faked as well. The grades are all being faked, all this stuff. It's a pain in the ass. But if you can get your shit together and you know your stuff a little bit, you'll be able to see it. But yeah, the card business, the collecting business in general, I've been hearing the figures, and I'm not like a huge figure guy. I got some elites and things, but all the people that are generally in the NECA and all that stuff, they're always complaining. They're like, it just gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper every year. The Marvel Legends, it gets more expensive and cheaper, like product wise. So yep, everything's fake and a scam. Everything at this point. Just like guitars. 59 Gibson Les Paul. It's $50,000 plus. Yeah, people. I have a friend that collects guitars. He literally has over 50 guitars. He's got a bunch of basses too. Yeah, you got to know your stuff when you're into any of this. You will these sellers out here and a lot of these buyers, they will rob you if they can. And there it is again. Oh, wow. We're sounding great again. Oh, my God. What the hell? How about now? How about now? Test.
What? Yeet.
No, that's no yeet.
No yeet.
That hasn't been loud all day either. I got this cranked. I had the samples weren't working before the show. All kinds of problems over here. But yeah, I think definitely a new wire is needed, and also a new restream or something. It should be automatically updating. I'm going to have to look into that as well. Yep. So much interesting stuff, right? Better. Yep. Cool. Look at that. Yeah, $20,000 guitar. Nice, 1968 Gibson. Yep. I got I don't even know what it is. How about that? But I know my buddy put it together, the one with all the guitars, and he said that is Pink Floyd's guitar, like the one that he actually uses, and it looks like the one he actually uses. So you would probably know better than I would, but I believe him. I'm a believer. Yep, we talked about King's Court, that show. I'm going to keep a close eye on that show. It's going to be fun. Tyson Beckford and Titus Worldwide. I'm just looking for a few other things. And no, there's nothing else we really need to go through. Again, this wrestling stuff can get real boring, especially if I don't have somebody to bounce off of. But even without, with or without, it would be boring to talk about some of these things. So I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm not going to react like I like this. I don't like any of this stuff. Talked about Travis Scott. Thank God you're gone. Buff Bagwell lost a leg because of that accident a few years ago. Get well, Buff. All right, let's do it properly, I guess. If I brought it up, R.I.P. to your leg.
Rest in peace.
But we're glad you're still with us. Colbert, it was canceled. Kind of talked about it earlier and how bad late night was and is, and hopefully they all get fired. Just be done with it. The golden age, in my opinion, I know many of you old timers, William, right? You're going to say Johnny Carson. No. It was the era of Letterman, Arsenio Hall, and Jay Leno. The early days of Jay Leno. Right? I liked his early stuff. Really wasn't that much different. And Conan O'Brien, the best. My all-time favorite, Conan O'Brien. But man, I mean, it started dying down around 2012. It's really, I'm telling you, when everybody started getting these phones, everything started sucking. Everything. And then Trump ran for office, and then all the late night shows really sucked. And I could deal with Jimmy Kimmel and Seth Meyers and who else was that? Jimmy Fallon. I never watched that Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show. Don't they just call it the Jimmy Fallon Show now? Like they just don't even call it the Tonight Show, right? Saturday Night Live kind of doesn't even exist to me anymore. I guess it's still a thing, but Howard Stern, Saturday Night Live, late night television all died in the year 2013. That was the final year for any of them. After that, it was over. In my expert analyst opinion. And I watched a lot of that stuff. But yep, now it's 2025 and these things are gonzo. And they should be. They gotta go. Yep, sorry to see you go, Liv. I wonder if that messes up her movie role. She was going to be in a Bad Lieutenant movie. Anyway, I think we've said it all. William says the best was when Don Rickles was on Johnny Carson. Yep. All the kids know about Don Rickles and Johnny Carson, William. Don Rickles, one of the greatest roast comedians. He could never do that these days. That wouldn't be allowed. It wouldn't be proper. Just like Shane Gillis at the ESPYs. We don't want your jokes. Stop being funny at our expense. You're supposed to make fun of everybody else that has millions of dollars putting balls in cylinders and throwing balls and catching balls. All right. Everybody hit that link. Go to all that stuff except the store, which is off there. But then my eBay store is on there, and I will be posting things to that in the future. You know, who knows? Maybe you can get my whole collection of dildos or something.
I'm not gay no more.
Nope, not no more.
I feel like women.
Exactly. All right, everybody, we did it. We killed it. And we'll talk to you later on this week. Have a good day.
It's such good shit.
I love black guys.